Hope you guys are having a great week. What's today? Today, Wednesday, Thursday. What's the day today? Let me retweet this to let everybody know that I'm live. Hope you guys had a great week so far. What's today? Today is Thursday, right? My day's all off. Excuse me. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody come on in. Join me. I am Mr. Tariq Nasheed. Am I trending today? Somebody said I was trending somewhere. I'd randomly be trending on Twitter, and I don't know why. Let me retweet that. Somebody said I was trending. What's up, Juicy Genius? How are you, dear? What's up, Teslin? I see you, dear. Um, let's get into it. Hold on, let me see how many folks. We got a lot of folks in here. All right. So the question today, we're talking about non-FBA teachers teaching at schools and universities, who many of them seem to have some type of contempt for foundational Black Americans, and they're teaching foundational Black Americans. Y'all remember a few weeks ago when there was a big thing about that Nigerian Democrat shill? I forgot the guy's name, but he got exposed. He was trolling everybody, and he was trolling me for years and calling us all types of akatas. And come to find out, this guy was teaching at some type of university in New York, from what I understand. And people were pulling up to the university, people were making calls, and then he tried to start cop and please. But yeah, somebody said I'm trending. I'm trending right now. Don't know why, but that it is what it is. But like I said, that guy, the Nigerian dude, he's definitely a Democratic shill, and from what I understand, this guy is teaching Black students. And he gets on Twitter and social media, and we're all types of akatas, and he makes all types of derogatory comments about us. He's been doing it for years, and he got called out for it. If you remember, a few months ago, there was a Nigerian teacher who teaches out there in Pennsylvania. This Nigerian teacher at what university is that? She's at Carnegie Mellon University, and her name is Uji Anaya. Uji Anaya. And she teaches African American studies or something out there. She teaches so-called African American studies. So we pulled up some tweets of hers, and she was calling us all types of akatas, and she got called out for doing that. And now today she put up some tweets trying to explain her akata tweets. Let me put this up in the jumbotron. Now she's out here trying to explain. How do I do this? Hold on. Let me see. Shit. Okay, let me try to put it up in here. Hold on one second. Let me put it up in the jumbotron if I can. Where's that? So she's up here trying to explain how she didn't know that it was derogatory and all of this stuff. She's using the I didn't know that akata was a bad word. And she's Nigerian. Hold on, put it up here. All right, I'm putting it up in the jumbotron so you guys can see some of those tweets. So she hopped up here talking about, well, regarding my statement of past use of the word akata. First, I apologize for the offense and the hurt I caused. Perception is reality, and impact outweighs intent. So, although I did not use the word with any intent to slur African Americans, that is what I ultimately did. Oh, this is word salad. Word damn salad. Okay. Where's the rest of it? Also, akata is a Yoruba word. I don't speak Yoruba. So I didn't know its literal meaning was wild animal until 2 years ago. I knew some use of it as a slur for descendants of the enslaved, which I am. I don't know how. I used it from a broader Nigerian pidgin context, simply meaning Black Americans. Stop it. Stop. Stop. I don't like when they do that, when you get called out. You know good and well, all of these folks who sit around here calling us akatas, they know it's a negative word. It is always, always, always used in a negative context, every single time. They never use that term in a positive context. They never say, hey, look at that akata, just got a PhD. It's always, always, always used in a negative connotation. Don't play that game. That's what I don't respect. So that means she ain't sorry. She just mad she got called out. And you should be called out because we don't need to have people over here with this type of contempt for foundational Black Americans, and they're putting them in places where they're teaching African American studies or some type of African American history, and you have contempt for the people who you're supposed to be representing. This is why we don't want any and every damn body representing us, because they have contempt. This is a person at a damn university. This is a person who's tenured at a university, at a high level university too, misrepresenting us with contempt for the people who she's supposed to be representing. This is why we are saying, as foundational Black Americans, we want to represent ourselves. We want people to represent us. We want to represent ourselves. We don't want all of these other people to speak for us. And speaking of that, another thing that popped on my mind, another thing that's trending is Orlando Brown. Y'all know Orlando Brown. He was the child actor. He grew up, and my man had a real bad drug problem, and what happens is they put him, these non-FBA tether blogs get this guy, and they put him on, and it's very exploitive. Let me say that. That's real exploitive, putting this guy on. Y'all know he says reckless stuff. He'll just say anything because the man is going through some stuff right now. I don't know if he's still on the narcotic, but the brother's going through some stuff right now. I think it's real tacky to exploit people who have drug problems or people who are clearly having some mental issues. That's some real tacky shit, to exploit them, to throw a camera in their face, and when they say something reckless about a celebrity, oh damn, look what he said about Diddy. Oh God, headline, Orlando Brown said Diddy did that. That's corny, man. That's some corny, cheap, lowbrow, gutter nonsense where it shows that you're desperate to get a damn YouTube click or a blog click. That's tacky to me. That's very tacky. You don't exploit people who are, you know they're just going to say anything. It's not in good faith. The man may or may not be high, but he's just going to say anything. So whatever he said or whatever he says is not going to be taken as face value. So that just cheapens your medium when you put stuff like that on there. And usually these non-FBA cats up there who's desperate to get a damn YouTube click or desperate to get a blog click, these are the ones who put that stuff up there. That's always tacky to me. Y'all remember some years back when Jocelyn Hernandez, she was it was some little dusty bitch niggas at a studio in Atlanta. They were filming her. She was real high. She was high as a kite, and she was like screaming and rapping. And these goofy niggas were kind of low key lurking in the background, filming her on the low. That was hoe shit to me. I do not respect niggas who do stuff like that because most likely they gave her whatever she was high on. So giving somebody a drug so they can flip out and you can film them so you can get some hits for your blog, that's cornball nigga shit. Very corny. I don't respect any type of exploitation like that at all. If you don't have the talent to have good content, just sit your ass down somewhere. You dig? A lot of folks just don't really have no talent, so they have to get into some real exploitive type of stuff. But anyway, look what I'm gonna do. Let me open up the phone lines and talk to the family here. Let me see what's on the family's mind. We got a lot of folks in here, almost 800 folks in here. Let's get H Bill in here. Let's get H Bill, then we'll get Optimistic Queen. Then we'll get Captain Poom. We're gonna get a lot of y'all in here real quick. Then we're gonna get Clarence in here. So y'all raise your hand if you're ready. Hop on H Bill. Who is that? Poom? What's
Yeah,
up?
I just want to talk. How you doing? I just want to talk about that teacher, man. As a person that went to higher education, we have a lot of these immigrants, and they have complete contempt for foundational Black Americans. They talk bad about us behind closed doors, and I'm so glad that we're finally checking them now, and we got to keep checking them. And
Yeah,
it's unprofessional for a professor to single out a group of people in any way. She should be teaching. She should not be talking about any ethnic groups at all. It's very unprofessional. She should be fired. And that's how I feel. And I
yeah.
land my plan.
Thank you, brother. And you know what? I've been hearing a lot of this, man. I saw another video. I got to find this video. This other, I think he was either Nigerian, Ugandan, somewhere. He was a teacher somewhere in Washington, D.C. at one of those universities, and he was kind of talking greasy about foundational Black American students, about how they're lazy and all of this stuff. I'm like, okay, this is these foreign teachers from the Africa and the Caribbean. They have too many of them have way too much contempt to be teaching our kids, man. That's something that we have to look at. And clearly not all of them. We're not going to put all of them in the same boat, but damn, when we see a pattern of these non-FBA teachers sitting up here teaching our kids, and then privately you're talking greasy about them, our kids are not going to fare well with these teachers, man. And it should be called out. Let's get optimistic in here. Hop in, sis.
Hi, Tariq. I just wanted to say that I went to high school in Connecticut in Hartford,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I had a Jamaican teacher. She's a split our class between FBAs and Jamaican. And I remember saying to her, "How about my friend? Her father's Jamaican. What'd she do? She got sit in the middle." This is how she did. And she was rough on us and very soft on the Caribbean or Jamaican descent children.
Wow.
But this is how I grew up with in high school. And then we went to the teacher, another black teacher, FBA teacher. We told her what happened. They ruled her ass out of there.
Good. Good. Good.
It happens. And I haven't been in high school for a while. So this is nothing new.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, sis. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, man. I've been hearing stories like this. You know, when I went to school in Alabama. We didn't really have any foreign teachers when I was growing up. But now I keep hearing stories like this, how you get these foreign teachers, man, teaching our children, and you can just feel the contempt. Let's get Clarence in here. Hop on, Clarence.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. There's two things I wanted to mention. First of all, my name is Clarence Carter. I'm out of Nashville, Tennessee, and I have a black-owned HVAC company. It's me, my father, and my brother, and we've been running it for 7 years now, and we got the best prices in town, guaranteed work, and all that. And the second thing I wanted to say about this idea about the school and funding college students, that's great, and I'm all about that, and I'm willing to pitch in too. And another
Yeah,
idea I wanted to put out there is that we could do a crowd fund Shark Tank almost, because there's entrepreneurs, there's people that went to college. I went to college. I went through a couple years of college, and I realized a lot of things they're teaching isn't factual, isn't fact based. Even the health field, a lot of stuff their teaching isn't correct. And we have to learn their stuff and learn the truth. So the people who go through that process and actually become an entrepreneur, I think we should have a crowdfund, start up our own thing where we could have our own George Washington Carvers out here and have our own slutty vegans, have our own business that we're funding from the grassroots, and we could have our own reparations and still make them pay their reparations that they owe. But
absolutely.
yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
Thank you so much, brother. Let's get let me see. Neck this wave boy. Okay, shit. I don't know if I should put you on with a name like that.
Oh
Shit.
nah. Ain't no troll over here. Peace and
Oh,
blessings to the fam.
there you go. So what's on your mind, brother?
Honestly, I just wanna, put our family under awareness that there's some African tethers, going around with a false narrative saying that the FBA is funded by white supremacists. I was in a room probably like a week ago with some African tethers running with that narrative.
Oh yeah. Well, they don't have any. Look, they understand that foundational Black Americans. It's a lineage, ain't a group. It's another way of saying African American without saying African American. It's more precise. It's foundational Black American. It's a lineage, and you can't really do anything about that. And people are getting on code based on the lineage, so they have to try to pretend and make believe that there's a non-existent group with leaders and paperwork and meetings and secret covert um, little councils. It's all in their little tether minds, so they can live in tetherland all they want. There is no FBA group. It's something that they made up. It's a mythological group. Um, there is no leaders. There are no leaders. You can't be a leader of a lineage. I'm damn sure not a leader of anybody. So if you want to make believe I'm a leader in your mind, well, that's in your mind. Just in your fantasies, just make you some Joloff somewhere and sit on a cloud and float away. Do whatever in your fantasies. You can fantasize about whatever you fantasize about. It doesn't bother me or affect me one bit. But we all know that Foundational Black Americans is a lineage. That's all it is. This is not like Strappy and Tone. They said that ADOS is a group. ADOS and FBA are not the same thing at all. I don't like when people try to compare. It's not the same thing. ADOS is a group. ADOS is an organization. You got to show paperwork and you got to sign an application, and then you got to Strappy has to be your mama and all this goofball nonsense. No, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Nothing to do with none of that stuff at all. I ain't never said I'm nobody's daddy and you got to listen to me and you got to meet. Stop. Stop it. The people know what it is, but they're just upset because now we are not allowing, well, this is why they're really mad. We're not allowing people to dump their garbage on us no more. All of these other groups, when it's something positive, and I keep saying this, anytime they do something positive, they want to make sure that they distance themselves from us. But when they do something negative, we have to absorb that. And we're saying no. Whenever we see these heinous crimes pop off and we look at the backgrounds of these people and we see that they're non-FBA, we specify that. We're like, hey, don't put that on us. Y'all chop this up to the immigrant community. Don't put your dirtball criminals on us. We have to absorb that. We're not absorbing that anymore. So if you have a criminal class, own up to your criminal class. Y'all like to brag about everything else and insert yourself in things, in situations that you really didn't have anything to do with, like hip hop, by the way. Insert yourself with the criminal class. Don't dump your trash off on us. Let's get Ernez in here. What's up, Ernez? Hold on. Let me add you. My bad, Ernez. It would help if I added you. Ernez, hop on, homie. And then we're gonna get Great Black Shark.
I'm in here. Checking in, Arnez, checking in.
There
Can you hear
go.
me?
I can hear you, brother. How are you,
Doing
sir?
good, doing good. Let me tell y'all, one thing about these black schools, these HBCUs, these black foreign teachers, the Jamaicans, the Africans, they have the worst attitude towards FBAs. So you know what I did? I left the HBCU, went to Oklahoma to play football, had a good time at the PWI, and now I'm doing good in life.
Yes, my man. Speaking of that, out there in DC, Howard University, I heard there ain't nothing but non-FBA teachers up there. I know the guy, the dean up there, ain't he Trinidadian or something? From what I understand, over at Howard, they ain't got nothing but non-FBA teachers and professors up there. Let's get Great Black Shark in here.
What's going on with you, black man? How you doing?
I'm good, family. How are you, sir?
I'm great, man. You know, I'll be very brief. This is a very critical and important time in the hour of our history because now we're going to have to take all these direct insults and threats and things just as serious as the Jewish community would. So the next time that we see any of these professors or any of them in any type of school where they're teaching the future of our generation, our foundational Black American babies, we're going to need to get that job up off you. We're going to have to organize and get you up out of there. And I will add this also. And I want all tethers listening, all continental Africans whom this applies to listening to understand what I'm about to say next. If you direct the word Akata towards us, which means wildcat away from home, there is no other meaning towards that when they use that towards foundational Black Americans. It's actually an embarrassment for you because it is an indictment on your people who sold the wildcats away from home. There is no honor at all in that. That makes you look bad, especially when we see the handing down of generational treason and selling out across the continent today. So with that said, I will land my plane, and brother, I'm going to email you some important information about the situation that you're dealing with the alphabet folks.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's get Kenny T, the lovely Kenny T.
Hi, Tariq. Hi, Black family. Thank you for having me on. Just really quick, very short. I just want to say in regards to these teachers, That is something that's very rampant, happens very often. I went to school in South Florida at a predominantly white school, but when I saw Black people or fellow Black students, I would say, oh, okay, here's some Black people. Maybe I can kind of try and click in with them. No, it doesn't work that way. And it wasn't until I found the new Black media that I really understood what was happening. I didn't know why they resented me so much. I would try and make friends with Africans, Haitian, not so many Jamaicans, just African and Haitians. They wouldn't want to befriend
Yeah.
me. The only time they would talk to me is, oh, can you do my hair or something like that? And I'm like, that's like, I'm trying to figure something else out. I'm not here to do your hair, you know? And also with these
Yeah.
group projects, our sister Jade, she made a great point when she was saying that they try and use the school system to affect your GPA of a lot of our students. What they will do is do things like put you in group projects. They will assign you with different group members. Then they will allow the group members to evaluate your performance. And they will put you with
Mm,
people that they know that are hostile towards you. And then how do you argue with that? Then they will say, oh, that doesn't have anything to do with me. That's what the peer said. And you'll show all of your
wow.
work, you'll do everything, and they'll say, oh, no, hands off. Nope, can't do anything about it. And I just want to land my plane there.
Wow. That's great. Thank you, beloved. Wow, that's a great point. Wow. I didn't know they were doing stuff like that. So yeah, they're real slick at how the dominant society will set up tethers. And let's be clear. The dominant society, they understand that there's a tether class that has contempt for foundational Black Americans, and they know how to effectively use them while they sit back and keep their hands clean. You see? And we have to call that out. And it's a one-way thing. We don't do that to them. We don't do that to them. We don't have contempt for Black folks in the Caribbean or from the diet. We just don't, because it's not practical for us to do that, because we understand how white supremacy works. So we don't practice any type of ethnic colonization with other groups. We don't. We've always embraced them. I saw a TikTok video of this one chick from, I don't know where in Africa she was from. I've been in Cameroon. I think she's Cameroon. She's like, when I came over here, the Black Americans hated me. Why do you not want to be my friend? It was the white people who treated me nice. The Black people over here were so mean to me. I'm like, it's all cap. That's a bunch of bullshit. Bullshit. Any of y'all who say that y'all came over here and foundational Black Americans were mean to you, that's bullshit. We're just not like that. We're not. It's not practical for us to be mean to any other Black people just because they came from somewhere else. Now, you probably got roasted like everybody else because you probably came to school dressed funny style or whatever. Everybody gets roasted as kids. But foundational Black Americans, especially adults, we're not mean to anybody, especially any other Black people. That's just not true. We don't have contempt for other groups. We embrace other groups. When you have your businesses, who do you think are supporting these businesses? When y'all set up the little janky Jamaican food shop, there's not enough Jamaicans over here to sustain that business. White people ain't going to those businesses like that that's off in the hood. Who's supporting that? It's foundational Black Americans supporting your businesses like that. You see, we got to get all of this stuff straight. Let's get Master Shake in here. Master Shake, hop in. Master Shake. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. All right. And while we're waiting on him, let's get Uzuma Brown. We'll get Uzuma Brown. Uzuma Brown. All right. You here, brother? Oh. All right, Master Shake, how's your microphone?
Hello?
All right, Uzuma, what's happening?
What's going on, Tariq? Salute to FBA and the family.
Yes,
Like I
sir.
said, I'm half FBA, half Igbo Nigerian. And because I'm
Yes.
half, I've seen so over the years, growing up in New York and Pennsylvania, I've seen so much derogatory hatred towards FBA, and I'm tired of it. So salute to the new Black media. and I got a good story to share for y'all. So, I work for DHS Security. So my last name, my real last name on here, my last name that I use on Twitter is my grandmother on my FBA side, but my real Nigerian last name is Ibuaka, and a lot of people used to tease me about that playfully. You know what I'm saying? It was never nothing derogatory. And a while back, you made a cool video or whatever, and you were talking about how, you know, it was always hazing and all of that, and I agreed. And I always said it was always love, and especially when you got older, the FBA people, they were more interested in my last name and wanted to learn about it. But it was everybody else that would tease me about my last name, like the Caribbean people in Brooklyn. They would tease my last name and say I was a fake Nigerian because I was Nigerian, and all types of other derogatory things. And I'm sorry, hello, you still there?
Yeah, your phone was.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just got a call. I never had a call. Chats. Sorry about that. But yeah, let me get to the main point. So basically, one time I was in the training department for our security, and what happened is the Jamaican woman, she was from Jamaica, and it was a Grenadian woman that was second generation, but she was full Grenadian, and she was speaking about Black empowerment and stuff like that. And the first generation woman, she said, "I'm not with that Black Panther, Huey P. Newton shit. I'm Jamaican. We don't care about that stuff. White people are better. White people treat us better than they do anyway." And she didn't know I was half FBA, so I got in trouble for cursing her out about it. So like you said, they play like we all Black. Because when I used to go to like the Golden Crust in Brooklyn and stuff, they would always tell you that we all Black and stuff and do the Black Power fist, but behind closed doors they talk funny. And one last thing, my fiance is literally Jamaican, and she even admitted to me that some of her family talk greasy about FBA. So I've been having to put them on to your work, and they starting to get humbled now. So salute to you guys.
Yes, indeed. Man, much respect to you, fam. Yeah, man, it's real. It's real. And it's one-sided. Ain't nobody gonna sit up and act like it's a two-sided thing. No. There's a lot of contempt for people who come over here. They got a lot of contempt and jealousy and animosity towards foundational Black Americans. And we're just saying, hey, man, we're not going to have that. And we're calling them out. And now people want to cry foul. Oh, you niggas are xenophobic too. No, no, no. We're just not going to let you continue to be disrespectful, because now you're in positions where you're teaching our children and then you're getting online calling them akatas. That's unacceptable. That's not going to happen. We're getting people up out the paint. That's just like that other guy, that Democratic shield. We're getting people up out the paint for doing that type of stuff, because y'all know good and well we couldn't come over there to the Caribbean or Africa doing that type of stuff, showing contempt for the people while we're working as educators or doctors or whatever. We would get called out, and people are getting called out now. People got this thing where we're supposed to take abuse from people. No, we're not supposed to take abuse. We're not, as foundational Black Americans, we're not obligated to just take abuse from every damn group. Now, we're not going to be the punching bag for every group that we help, by the way. We're not doing that. Change, hop on, Change. Turn your microphone on, Change.
Yeah, it's Chenzi. Hey, Tariq, this is Chance, Nita Shriner from Loxahatchee, Florida, calling by way of Moshane, Tennessee.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
can you hear
you
me?
got it. Okay, now where's your family from originally?
They are originally from I was gonna say they're originally from Jamaica,
Okay, there you go.
and I was born in North Lauderdale, Florida.
There you go. So what's going on with you and your family?
Uh, Nothing much. They're trying to survive. You know how the struggle is.
Right, right. Okay, so
Yeah.
what's on your mind, brother? What's on your mind?
Yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, I'm Jamaican, and I don't. I know there's some tethers in the room right now listening, and this is for y'all. Y'all are loathsome, cowards, despicable, disgusting individuals. I don't know what's going on in your head where You think you could come over here and spit on FBA and treat them like dogs after all they did for you? We're supposed to be backup for these people. We're supposed to be brothers and sisters. And you're over here acting worse than the white supremacists. I can't call y'all Jamaican. That's
All right. Okay. There you go, brother. Lady Mustafa. Shout out to that, brother. Let's get Lady Mustafa.
Hello, family. How y'all doing today? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am. How are you? Sound like you're walking down a flight of project stairs.
No, I'm potty training the baby.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Like, what kind of wooden? Are you walking down some wooden stairs? Are you in a haunted house? Good
No,
Lord.
man. I was trying to say I wasn't gonna say I was in the bathroom, but since you said that,
Okay.
um, I walked in there for a minute. I just wanted to say some things that I noticed. I am foundational Black American. My family's from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, and then if we go back as far back as I was able to trace, everybody came from the same plantation somewhere in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Anyway, to say the least, I married a Nigerian who did not come here with the rah-rah and the smoke that a lot of them do come with. I've had arguments with family members on the other side, or let me not say arguments, I'm gonna say discussions with regard to the Akata and how we are regarded, where the word comes from, and everything else. And so I'm gonna say there's a lot of truth to that of them coming here with the distaste because they
Now,
have their negative.
are you still married to him? Are you still married to him?
Yeah, we're still married.
Okay.
My husband will tell most of the Africans who complain about this country that they could go back home and fix their own country. Don't complain about the work that was done here, because if not for
Right.
us, they wouldn't be here. So
Yeah.
that's where he is. He's learning from me.
Okay.
But to say the least, what I have run across lately and on Clubhouse, and I don't think I want to be a part of that no more. Anywhere else is a war. There is a war going on between Africans, foundational Black Americans, ADOS. It's crazy.
Mm.
It's really crazy. I only joined recently just to try and engage my community, the community I work in. I work in a school district here in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. The hardest problem I have, fam, and y'all, if y'all got family out here, please tell them I need to get parents to engage in the schools, to come here and advocate for the students. The students are even being taught by Black and white, mostly white, and the kids who are from West Africa are more abused and traumatized than the ones who are FBA.
Mm. Okay.
And I gave
All
an
right.
example. I tried to engage them to get some help. I'm just looking for help seriously on a tip, because from the elementary level up to high school, this is what I'm fighting over here.
All right. Thank you so much, beloved. Let's get Joy in here.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, brother? How are you? Am I pronouncing you? Is it Joy or Joyine?
Oh no, this is not my real name. I'm Haitian. My name is Kirby.
Okay, there you go, Kirby. What's on your mind?
Hey man, I just wanna elaborate on two things, man. Yo, man, I just went back from Haiti, bro. I went to a summer school. I saw your documentary. They the one who put me on about you, man. I appreciate a lot of people like you in Haiti, bro.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They show my work in Haiti all over the place over there.
Yo, I
Yes, indeed.
really appreciate you. And the other thing is, one thing I want to let you guys know, you know what I mean? Like when these Haitians come here, man, they do that. Like they make me look bad at people who like you guys. And also, you see those same people that keep talking crap about y'all, they are a problem back home. When we're trying to do something back home, these are the same people who work against the white supremacists to undermine us, bro. These are the same people who are a problem with us too, man. Like it is very I think it's not good. You should call these Haitians out that keep doing all those things, man. It's really bad, man. These people are a problem back home too. It's not only here, they're a problem.
Right. The coon class comes over here because the coon class was undermining people over there. Then they come over here and try to do the same thing. So that's why we got to get some straightening going on here. But thank you so much for the call, brother. So yeah, man, well, my man made a good point. Look, when we foundational Black Americans, when we go to other countries, man, we go over there. We don't go there to undermine people. We just don't. This is why we're saying, hey, man, we're not going to accept people coming over here, you working in universities, and then you hopping on Twitter calling us akatas and you're teaching our children. Hold on, whoa, time out. We can't have that. When we foundational Black Americans go to Africa, go to the Caribbean, we generally go to try to help people. We want to go to try to build the place up. We want to go and see what we can do to contribute. Like my man who just called said, in Haiti, my movie 1804, they show that movie all over Haiti. They show my movie in schools, all over Haiti. They show that movie. If I go to the Caribbean or anywhere in the diaspora, I want to do something that's going to contribute to the betterment of the people there. And I want it to be reciprocated. If we need to go over there and build and we need resources or we need a hookup on something, we need people who can back us up and be reinforcement for us. You know, what we don't need, if we're out here putting stuff together, bringing it to the people over there in the diaspora, helping them out, what we don't need, don't send Roland Martin over here. You understand what I'm saying? Don't send those types. Don't send your Candace Owens over here. Don't send us your Tarana Burks and those types of people who come over here and get with the white supremacists to work against us. That's what we're saying. And it's not a two-way street. We don't do that to nobody. Foundational Black Americans, we don't go over to nobody's country to undermine the masses. We simply don't do that. The worst they can say about us, which is the damn lie, by the way, is that we are calling them African booty scratchers. That's really the go-to lie. Nobody's calling you, who's an adult, calling you no damn African damn booty scratcher. Stop it. That's the only thing they got. They go to the African booty scratcher lie. No adult person is calling you that, and kids today don't even use that term. That was some shit that they were using that back in the 70s and 80s, but that's not widely used. And kids are just roasting each other when they do it. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. I ain't gonna be on here too long, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. I think we had a constructive conversation. Anyway, man, again, we're gonna keep y'all posted on what we're gonna do as far as those scholarships. We're still getting all that together. Speaking of schools, um, we're still trying to decide where or how we're going to distribute the funds. I'm thinking, based on some of the research that we're doing, it would probably be best to just give it directly to the kids, to the students. Even though we don't know what they're gonna do with the money. We just got to hope for the best, because at these schools, I've been hearing horror stories. If you give the money directly to the schools, some of these schools might hold on to the money. They might take a cut out of it. We don't know if the administrator of the school is a damn jealous tether who might screw the money off. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. So it would probably just be best if we gave the money directly to the students. So we're still trying to flesh that out, and we're going to figure it out. So I keep everybody posted. Anyway, man, you guys have a great afternoon. Papiakute and Lalavuve to the family.